Verse 1, after this, Jesus revealed himself again to the disciples by the Sea of Tiberias. And he revealed himself in this way. In this way. God wants you and me to get the right perspective on what's about to follow. He's telling us, get your perspective ready because this is what he did, and he did it this way. By the way, Jesus had told the disciples to go to Galilee. You'll see this in Matthew's gospel as well as in Mark's. And you'll see that they have gone to this place because, like you and me, they were waiting for Jesus to come again. They've gone to where he told them to go, and they're waiting for him to come. See yourselves in this picture. Verse 3, Simon Peter said to them, I am going fishing. Now, in this passage, there are going to be some key phrases and words that you're going to have to hold on to. This is one of them. Peter says, I'm going fishing. They said to him, well, we'll go with you. They went out and got into the boat, but that night they caught nothing. I've worn this morning a shirt from my old employer, the Norton Company. When I was an adult, when I graduated from college, for the first 11 years of my adult life, I worked for Norton. It's who I used to be in terms of my vocation. Peter here is sliding back into his old norms, right? Things are a little bit uncomfortable. Things are not exactly all worked out just yet. I mean, he's seen Jesus now. He's seen the resurrected Christ twice, but things haven't been resolved yet. Have you ever been in that place where you just wish you could put this thing behind you? I just wish that we could close the chapter and know it was done. While you're in that place, oftentimes it gets a little uncomfortable. Have you noticed that you tend to go back to your old tendencies when you're in that place? Peter says, I'm going fishing. Well, back in Luke 5, Jesus called him out of that lifestyle. Said, you will now become a fisher of men. I want you to see the subtle friction point here. Peter goes back to his old natural inclinations. Now, is there anything wrong with fishing? Not in and of itself. But if you've been called out of something to go and be something else, but because you're uncomfortable, you go back to your old ways, there's a problem. Right? Let's say things got a little tough pastoring here at the church. Tell you, those Bridge folks, they can be kind of rough. Hey, Norton, you got any openings? Can I come back for a while? That wouldn't be right. I belong here in my call. Now, I want you to see Peter goes to where his flesh, his natural inclination would take him. And I warn some of you, you have a tendency to do the same. I have a tendency to do the same. It's in our flesh, but we're not called to walk by our flesh. We're called to walk by faith. Jesus said, go and wait for me to come. Some of us are in a place where God has made it clear that he has plans for us, and it might go a little bit against your natural inclination. It might not be where you would naturally go. Let us walk by faith and not by sight. Let us look to the horizon where is heaven and our King, and not back to our past of where we have been. See in this, John has throughout his gospel used double meaning. He has used words and word pictures to get our attention and to illuminate things. It's not a coincidence that that night they caught nothing. See the futility of going into your own fleshly ways. God is making it clear. You do it your way, I'm telling you, it's going to end up empty. Pray and obey. Walk by faith. The fruit will come through the faith. Now, in this, you see in Peter his instincts. Peter's instincts are to fish for fish. That's who he was. That's who he was always in the past. It's what he knew what to do. It's what he was good at. Peter's instincts are to fish for fish. Peter's insufficiency is revealed with the fact that that night they caught nothing. Peter's inspiration is to say, yes, Lord, and be a fisher of men.